wanted, and I searched and searched for a copy of one of my favorite Christmas hymns, which was Bing Crosby's version of "O Holy Night." And I used to close my program for Christmas because most of the times I was a holiday host at WFLA and enjoyed it. And, you know, I would dedicate, of course, the programs to a lot of the memories that we all had, but good and bad. But in this particular case, I brought in a couple of things that I wanted to play. And the first cut that we're going to play is a Jerry Lewis a song where he sings, "He had a very Merry Christmas." And those of you that can't stand the old Jerry Lewis, you know, I really want all of the, you know, everybody that hates that kind of thing may not like this, but I do. And here it is.
About nothing but the presents I was to get Christmas Day. Ha ha ha.
How you doing?
The presents I was to get. Ha 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 ha.
Johnny, what are you doing? My
The
cousin
shirts
Elaine's here.
were swell,
What is it
the
with
socks
those?
were
You
fine.
did it.
They were all size 10, but my feet are size 9. I had a
Hey, Tito.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, cute.
The watch won't run, the wallet
gotta open this
flip, the
porque
clothes
hay
are
piedras
full.
aquí adentro.
Manos de piedra.
I've had a very
You're kidding me, man. You did this today.
Of all
You let
days.
him do this? Wow.
Slightly used, but look inside. It's not heavy.
Does it have money?
It's got money in it.
Covered with noses.
Oh, God. I can't believe it. They brought me up to the computer. I'll have to tell this story now.
Alright.
Jingle
Alright, you can
bells,
open that later.
jingle
It's another
bells,
Okay,
get my
the money's in here.
heart there.
Yeah,
Just put it right
Tomorrow I'll be
Well, thank you, John. Thank you, everybody.
Checks in the mail.
You guys are sick. I'll give it to Rob. Rob, I'm gonna have you read this. I didn't know any of this was happening.
The bathrobe.
It's a shoe. Look, it's a shoe.
It's a work.
They worked it.
Look up here, buddy.
We
need to get him in it too.
John,
Your mom knows too.
I'll talk to her.
Get over
This is
there.
the famous Rini Garcia, huh?
Yeah, we need
Ray
to.
Garcia.
He's a great guy. So glad.
And that's his wife, Paulette.
Hi, Paulette. I didn't even recognize you. I thought you were part of it.
You can see my orange shirt.
Very good.
I'll have to explain what's going on here now.
Okay. Okay, we need to get out of here.
No, you just, as long as you're quiet.
Mark can make
And I'll get you out of here in a minute.
We're in Ybor City, West Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
for a second. Quiet.
Well, during all of that, during that playing of that cut of Jerry Lewis's "I Had a Very Merry Christmas," I just got inundated with a lot of people really that should be in jail, really. That's the deal. And I don't know if Rob knew about this ahead of time. I didn't. And I don't know if Ray Garcia knew or Paulette, they did. They're just shaking their heads. So let me explain. And Mom, I know you're out there listening. Hi, Mom. I really like my mom, you know, in the Jerry Lewis tradition. But as we started that cut, I have to tell you, the person that married me, John Gallo, a person of unquestionable corruption, he's been meeting with me for about 2 months, talking about my needs, you know. And John married Jackie and I 23 years ago. And Jackie's been regretting it ever since. But John knew that I needed a computer. I've been needing a laptop for a long time because I can't do my football pools without it. But so now he met with me about 2 weeks ago and he told me, Mark, I'd like to get as many names as you have of friends. And I told him I don't have that list. There is no people that I know that are, no, but seriously, he wanted to get in contact with people to help make this thing possible. And I told him, I said, look, John, I'm gracious about this kind of stuff, but I don't want to bother my family and they got their own things. And he says, well, I don't care what you think or what you say, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I've since forgotten about it. And in walks in the middle of this cut, my family. My cousin Tito's here, my cousin Kiko. You know, I'm waiting for the hand puppet. What was the name? Senor Minson. You know, Ray and Paulette are here, and just everybody. My cousin Elaine, and they brought me a laptop computer. They were able to rob all these people of their Christmas joy just to send it to me. John, where are you? Where's
Right
John?
here.
Come over here, John.
The mastermind.
John,
You know,
John, get over here first of
we
all.
go way back.
I mean, everybody doesn't like you, I know that,
I
but,
got a lot of enemies out there.
yeah, but, you know, Rob, and I don't know if Rob knows this,
Yeah.
but John has always been a big proponent of me getting back on the air.
Amen.
And, you know, he wrote letters to the station here, which he really didn't need to do because it just hurt my cause.
There you go. And the payola didn't help either.
But that's correct. But, you know, John, I want to say while I'm on the phone, I always tell stories of growing up. But John and I, John is a couple of years older than I am and looks it.
I'm much older, yeah.
Yes. So, John, his mother and father were some of the dearest people I knew growing up. I've told you, many of the people that I grew up with, the adults and so on and so forth, they're like extended uncles and cousins and everything else. And John and I were faithful members of St. John Presbyterian Church. And Rob, I'll tell you and the listeners out there, that's what a church ought to be. Now, it's lost a little of its luster with me, but still, they opened the Judeo-Christian clinic, the school,
They have a preschool.
Preschool.
For working people.
and then one of the first projects they had was for disabled
Yeah.
adults that had been living with their families as was the custom for many years.
That's right.
The McLean Foundation.
McLean Foundation have 3 homes they run.
They run 3 homes
Minimally disabled.
that allow adults that have mental or other kind of disabilities, and they didn't get me, by the way, but still, 'cause they're way ahead of
You're on
me.
the waiting list.
That's right. And they are able, through the efforts of the church and this foundation, they are able to live independently,
Right.
the way we all strive to be. I still live with my mother, you know, it's terrible.
It's not
But,
true.
I know, but she wouldn't have me there. But anyway, John and I, his father, John,
Little General.
and Josephine, the little general,
That's what your dad
they
did.
were classic people.
Yeah.
And they were what Tampa was all about, and particularly West Tampa, and just the tradition of
Yeah.
what I'm proud to say, I hate the term Hispanic, but our culture, it's just wonderful.
Yeah. And if M&F were a church, it'd be like St. John.
That's exactly right. That's
Okay.
exactly right. So,
So John,
John Butts or John?
no, actually,
John
I
Gallo.
think it's St. John's.
Yeah, good.
No, John Gallo, thanks a lot because,
Sure.
because you brought in a computer for Mark. Mark has not had a computer in how many years, Mark?
Oh, I've actually used Jackie's all my life.
Yeah, so and it's essential to doing everything these days.
Everything that we do, communication, everything.
So, John.
And football pools.
So John has given us a card, and let me just read a little bit of it. It says, "Dear Mark, we love you and appreciate all that you do on behalf of our community to advocate for the poor and the marginalized. Our hope is that our gift will enable you to continue your quest for peace and justice. Wishing you the warmth of home, the love of family, and all the deepest joys of Christmas and good friends. Love from Tito and Elaine and Lori and Julie and John and all the folks in the room." And they surprised you and they got you completely off guard.
And others too, yeah.
They really did. There's, and John, as I told you when we talked about this project, I accepted graciously. I appreciate it for all my family. It's touching. I don't know how I'm going to finish the show, but
And I also say, we also thank you for making us laugh, too.
I do that.
That's very important. Yeah, the yin and the yang, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you
Yeah.
all, and it's appropriate that you
All right,
you do
brother.
this today
We
because
love you. You can kick us out now.
I know after the show, Ray is taking me to meet two of my union brothers that were good friends of my
All right.
dad's
All right.
at American
Can
Can.
you say union over the air? Oh, yeah, we're,
Especially on this air.
okay.
And I'm having lunch with them.
All
And they're
right.
longtime friends of my dad,
All right.
Jack Russo and
All right.
Frankie Ippolito. And they've always kept me in line as well. So
All right, brother.
I want to thank all of you.
Okay, God
Thank
bless
you.
you. And next week, you're not gonna have this notebook. You're gonna have your laptop.
Actually, I'll probably have it because these people will steal it. And
Good. Watch it. We love you, Mark. Everybody loves you.
Thank you very much, Tito,
Thank you, buddy.
Kiko,
All right, Mark.
and everybody else. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to everybody. You know, you really wouldn't like these people if you met them. I'll tell you now.
Thank you.
Hey, Titi. See you later.
All right, see you guys. See you guys.
My cousin Tito knows everything about Muhammad Ali that you want to know, including how to hit. So I never mess with him. He's my younger cousin, but he's all of those people are very dear to me. Wow. Anyway, I don't know how I get into a show now, but what I'll do is I'll segue into another cut. And I want you to hear the end of one of my favorite holiday television classics, The Honeymooners, where if Julie is listening out there, this is where I got Mambo, Carlos the Mambo dancer from that series. But in this particular case, this is one of my favorite Christmas episodes of The Honeymooners, and I'll play the very end for you. Wow. You guys are sick.
That was great.
Wow, man. That was so nice.
You deserve